to my friends story time with Mrs. Beth again. I hope you're having another great day. I have a shout out to my friend Emma and my friend Sadie and anybody else that likes to put ice skates on, whether you're a hockey player or you just like skating or you're a figure skater. I have a story today called Henry Holton Takes the Ice. Let's read it together. Henry Holton takes the ice. Henry Holton's dad played hockey. So did his mom, his grandfather, his uncle, and all 23 of his cousins, and his big sister Sally. The only person in Henry's family who didn't play hockey was his grandmother. And that was because she'd hurt her hip. Before that, she was voted MVP in the Silver Skates League 6 years running. Henry's family was hockey mad. They were a hockey family for sure. They were so crazy about hockey that Henry's mom drove a Zamboni to work. And on Saturdays, Sally dressed their dog, Gretzky, in full hockey gear and put him in goal. So, when Henry was born, there was only one question. Would he play left wing or right wing? Either way, said Dad, by the time he's 5, he'll be a pro. As a baby, Henry teased on hockey pucks, and the moment he could toddle, his parents bought him a pair of skates. And away he went. Henry glided effortlessly across the ice. He swished, swooshed, and swaggered. He didn't even need to hold his dad's hand. "Henry Holton, you beauty!" Grandma hollered from the bleachers. "You are going to make one fine hockey player." But when Dad handed Henry a stick, something didn't feel right. Suddenly, Henry's feet were in a muddle. By the time Henry was 7, he skated better than any Holton in history. But still, he couldn't hold a stick. And skating straight and up down the rink was downright boring, he thought. Instead, Henry twisted and turned, weaved and wound. He swayed and shuffled and shimmered. Henry's parents were devastated. His sister was furious. Henry was a menace to hockey. It means not a good thing for hockey. "Henry Holton, out of the way!" Sally yelled. "You're ruining our game!" And then one day it happened. Henry arrived at the rink for free skate time, and there he saw a poster on the front door talking about a beautiful show tonight. Henry asked his mom if they could go. "Well," she said, "it's not hockey." But they went anyway. Henry sat in the bleachers, mouth open, heart pounding. The skaters below were like kites, brightly colored kites, swirling and twirling in the wind. There were no sticks, no pucks, no helmets, no hockey pads, only bodies, moving with the music. One little girl, the same size as Henry, dashed down the ice, spun like a top, and finished with one foot high in the air. It was magic. Ice magic. And the magic gave Henry an idea that had absolutely nothing to do with hockey. "Their skates are different," Henry said to his mom. "Yes, figure skates," Mom said. "They have picks on the front of the blades." "That's it," said Henry. "I need picks on the front of my blades." Said Mom. "Let's talk to your father about that." But when they did, Henry's dad shook his head. "No way," he said. "We're a hockey family, Henry. A hockey family. You don't need new skates. You've got top-of-the-line junior pro skates. But Dad, said Henry, pros don't have picks. Ice dancing is for girls, Sally said. Henry thought about that. I don't think so, he said. There were lots of boys there tonight. But nobody would listen. They were a hockey family. Deep in the bottom of Henry's stomach, he felt a lump size of a hockey puck. And for weeks, he benched himself. His top-of-the-line junior skates stayed in his hockey bag with the skate guards on. He would not skate again until he had picks. He would not skate again until he could dash down the ice, spin like a top, and finish with 1 foot high in the air. But Henry, said Mom, you need to skate. It's good for you. That's what we do. I need to dance, Henry corrected her. Then one day, Grandma came to visit Henry. What would it take, she asked, to get you back on the ice? I'm not a hockey player, said Henry. I wasn't made for boarding and body checking. I don't want to be a hockey player. Grandma reached into her purse and pulled out a photo. Here, I brought something to show you. Henry leaned close and peered at the faded picture. Wow, Henry whispered. Who is she? Who do you think she is? Said Grandma. And suddenly Henry knew. You were a figure skater, Grandma? Yes, a long time ago. But when I finally picked up the lumber and landed the biscuit in the 5-hole with a mighty slap shot, wow, the picks just had to go. I enjoyed hockey too. Henry could scarcely breathe. Grandma, do you still have your skates? That night, Grandma met Henry at the rink, just as they had planned. She handed him the scuffled-up skates. They were girl skates, not meant for boys, and they were a few sizes too big. But they had picks. They had picks on them, and Henry had come prepared. He brought 3 pairs of wool socks, plus all the money from his piggy bank to have the skates sharpened. When he stepped out on the ice, Henry's feet felt wobbly at first. But he stood up straight and he skated. It wasn't his usual skating, and it was far from dancing, but it felt right. Out of the way! Sally yelled. Henry ignored her. Henry ignored everything except for the music and except for his feet. He concentrated. When the bell rang for the end of the free skate, Henry ignored that too. Finally, the man who ran the rink blew his whistle 3 times and dragged Henry off the ice. Henry's dad was waiting. Dad, said Henry, did you see that? Yes, Henry, said Dad. Yes, I did. I saw you. The next day, when Dad got home from work, he was carrying a brand new pair of boys' figure skates, and they fit Henry perfectly. When they got to the rink, a man was waiting on the ice. He wore black skates just like Henry's, and he smiled when he shook Henry's hand. Henry, said Dad, this is your coach. He'll teach you all you need to know for figure skating. It took Henry 69 tries before he could dash down the ice, spin like a top, and finish with 1 foot high in the air. Practice, practice, practice. On the 69th try, Grandma was sitting in the bleachers. Henry Holton, you beauty, she hollered. I knew you'd make one fine ice dancer. What a great story. Henry grew up in a family. Grandma, Grandpa, Mom, Dad, uncles, cousins. They all skated. Even his sister. They all played hockey. Now I know a lot of my friends who are listening, maybe you have skates, maybe you play hockey, or you will one day. But you know what? Henry didn't really like hockey. He liked that show he went to with his mom. And he saw lots of skaters, guys and girls, being figure skaters. He enjoyed to do that. You know what, friends? You don't have to be a hockey player. You don't have to be a figure skater. You can be a soccer player, baseball player, or just hang out with your friends and have fun. My friend Emma that I talked about earlier, she's a figure skater. So's her mom. And my friend Sadie, like many other friends, you play hockey. So whatever you do, have fun and enjoy it. See you next time, my friends.